No, not at all. Everything is going perfectly, just like we planned. I think I have to go. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Great. I was
Good.
just calling the airline to confirm my flight.
What time is your flight?
Well, it doesn't leave for 2 more hours.
Oh, good. Well, then, how about we go get something to eat?
No, Scott, I cannot let you do one more thing for me. You've already taken time out of your day to drive me to the airport.
Ah, come on. What are you going to do at the airport for 2 hours? There's nothing to do there except, drink, and that's too early. So, let's go. I insist.
All right. All right, let's go.
Come on.
I can't believe how many arcades there are in Port Charles.
Yeah. We just have to find the one in the picture.
Okay, we will.
Hey, at least some arcade owners said that Mike looked familiar.
Yeah.
Delivery for a Carrie?
Wow.
Gary, who?
No last name, just Carrie.
Oh, sorry, buddy. You got the wrong address. There's no Carrie here.
Well, this is Kelly's Diner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the sign says.
Well, I'm supposed to deliver these flowers to Carrie. There's Kelly's Diner.
Hey, maybe these are for Karen. Carrie, Karen, I bet you they are.
Hey, you want a signed pen, please?
You really think this is for Karen?
Yeah, but who would send Karen flowers?
How much time do you think we have before court starts?
A few minutes. Kind of antsy, huh?
Shows?
Only the people who know you.
I just have the feeling we're going to be in court all day. I wanted to get to the bank to see if Jagger's brother has a bank account there.
Look, just don't worry about that, okay? You just concentrate on your testimony. I'll check out the banks.
You will?
We're working together, aren't we?
Oh, I love that, Mac.
Hey, don't get carried away now.
I know. One step at a time.
Right.
Are you ready for today?
Hope so. I think so.
So, have you written your victory speech yet,
I don't
Jessica?
share your optimism, Sean.
Great. What's the problem now, Jessica?
There is no problem. Once the jury hears Ryan's confession on tape, they'll convict him, right?
I can't admit his confession as evidence in this case.
Why the hell not?
One very good reason. It won't hold up in court.
Wait just a minute. Ryan admitted to killing all of those women.
Felicia, it's not the confession. It's the questionable manner in which it was obtained.
Questionable.
Highly.
Come on now. If you are talking about entrapment, you're way off base. Entrapment means that someone's induced into committing a crime, and we did not do that.
No, but if I enter the confession as evidence, they're going to want to know how I got it and where it came from.
Easy enough, Jessica. Kenton admitted that he did it. What else do you need?
I need something that doesn't involve an officer of the court.
Officer of the court?
Two glaring examples. Sean, your police commissioner, and me, your assistant district
No,
attorney.
I don't believe this.
Believe it, Sean. Ryan's attorney would scream coercion and shove it right down our throats.
But I did this all by myself. I got Ryan's confession on tape by myself.
I know that, Felicia. Okay, but what happens when you're cross-examined? How are you going to explain Sean's part and my part?
You sound like you're working for Chamberlain.
Mac, I have to anticipate the defense. It's part of my job. Okay, now Ryan's attorney will remind the jury that we all went to Felicia's so-called funeral, knowing very well that you weren't dead, Felicia, and how that Sean rigged Ryan's apartment in order to haunt him in confessing, and how I deliberately lied to Ryan in order to make him think that I was still on his side. Yeah, I think there's substantial argument for coercion here.
But I've got his confession on tape, in his own words. If you can't use that, how are you going to convict him?
I'm not even going to try.
Why not?
We'll lose, and I'll walk out a free man.
Jessica, what are you going to do?
I'm going to nail him for attempted murder of Felicia and second-degree assault on Stephen Audrey Hardy.
Good morning.
Hello. Ooh, things are going to get interesting in court starting today. Felicia's testifying.
Yeah, well, things just got very interesting in the Bahamas, too.
What do you mean?
Someone's been inquiring about the Palmera Hotel.
No. Who is it?
I don't know yet. But we can't afford to let whoever it is buy this out from underneath us. So I think we should fly down there as soon as possible.
To the Bahamas?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't go with you, Ned. I'm going to Montreal.
What's in Montreal?
Oh, the Perfume Expo. We're getting ready to expand Deception's marketing base, and this is an important springboard to our ad campaign.
Fine. Send Scott or Lucy.
Look, Lucy's out of town for openers, and Scott's an attorney. Expos take public relations experience.
So hire someone. Besides, I think this is a great opportunity for us to squeeze in a little vacation. You do remember what a vacation is, don't you?
Vaguely.
And aren't you just a little curious about this house that Dominique left you?
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. This is a seduction, isn't it? I recognize the signs.
You are quick. Is it working?
Maybe.
Okay. So you give Scott a crash course in PR. And with all due respect to your unique abilities, I think Scott's capable of schmoozing a few buying reps.
I have to admit, I would love some time away.
So let's do it.
Oh, thanks, Jagger.
You know, I'm excited about this interview. I'm nervous, too, but excited. I mean, PR is my forte, and I think I still have some connections that could do some good, and I sound totally nervous, don't I?
No. Well, what kind of experience do you have?
Well, I have a few years' worth. You know, I'm being realistic here. I know that the competition is going to be tough, but I think that I'm going to go in determined.
Well, that's what you got to do, you know. I don't know that much about public relations, but I know that it's about likability, you know, and if people like you, then they're going to want to be around you, they're going to be around your product. And I think that you could sell ice to the Eskimos.
Well, I hope you're right.
Well, I am. I know likability. And likability is sitting right across from me.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
What are you doing?
I'm just satisfying my curiosity. I want to see who sent Karen flowers, don't you?
No.
Well, I guess I just have an inquiry mind. You were great last night, Sonny. Jagger, I'm sorry.
Do me a favor. Move these flowers somewhere else, you know, they're taking too much space.
Yeah, where should I move them?
Just get out of my face, that's all. Okay?
All right.
Right.
Shoot, are you leaving?
Yeah, let's shift this over. I'm going to look for the machine with a chip in it. You want to come?
Sure.
I even psyched myself up for that, and I still wasn't ready to see that much blood.
Yeah, I know. It's a weekday, too. I heard it gets really crazy in there, like on Saturday nights.
I was watching you in there. I mean, it got pretty gross for a while. You didn't even flinch.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't really think about it. You know, I concentrate on the people who need help, and that's it. Anyway, I should get going. See you later.
Dr. Ralston, please call extension 5.
Karen, wait.
Dr. Ralston, please call extension 5732.
I owe you a couple apologies.
Not many, huh?
I said some pretty terrible things to you. They were uncalled for, and I'm sorry.
So are you talking about the time you called me a slut?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Look, while I'm at it, I would like to apologize for voting against you at the Honors Committee hearing.
I always wondered about that. Why'd you do it?
I was angry. I felt justified at the time because the evidence was against you. But, I mean, deep inside, I knew you didn't cheat. I knew that wasn't you.
So in other words, you were just punishing me for breaking up with you.
I'm not very proud of it.
You know, it really did hurt. I always thought you were bigger than that.
I'd like to think I am. Look, Karen, I'm not looking for excuses. But sometimes your feelings get in the way of your common sense, and you do or you say things that you wish you could take back, but you can't. Hasn't that ever happened to you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Look, I know you're not the type who likes to take shortcuts or looks for the easy way out. I mean, you have probably never done anything wrong in your life, and you probably never will. So, what do you say? Are you and me okay?
Yeah, we're fine. It would be wrong for me not to accept your apology, right? And you just said yourself, I don't ever do anything wrong.
So is it true?
What?
I heard Mom and Dad are celebrating their anniversary right here at the hotel.
Yeah, you booked the bridal suite last night, and the Do Not Disturb sign has not left the door since.
Wait, good. It's good for them. Dad, the big stud came through, didn't he?
Came through, I gotta hand it to him, but I almost blew it.
Now what did you do?
Well, I kind of accused him of reserving the room for Rhonda.
AJ!
I know, I felt like a complete and total jerk, but set up a bottle of champagne as a peace offering.
An expensive one, I hope?
Yes, an expensive one. Let me tell you something. Guilt's got a heavy price tag around here. But luckily, I get the employee discount, which is one of the few advantages here. Now, come to think of it, that's the only advantage here.
So what's wrong now? Is Ned still on your case?
Yeah, he's got this thing about me paying dues. As if he's ever had to pay any.
Paying dues? What does that mean?
Let me tell you something. He's got me doing all the grunt work. I'm doing stuff that the bus boys and the bell boys and the parking lot attendants should be doing.
So you have to look at it as a learning experience. So when you get to where you want to go, you will know a little bit about everything.
You don't get it, do you? See, Ned pulls the strings, and as long as Ned pulls the strings, AJ doesn't get anywhere. The guy lives to keep me in my place, Jason.
All right, let me give you some advice.
Again.
Don't sit still. Okay, if you have a problem with Ned and he's holding you back because of the color of your eyes or your hair, talk to Grandfather.
The role of Edward Quartermain is now being played by John Ingle.
Grandfather! What are you two doing here?
Well, I have an appointment for a day of beauty at the spa.
How can they give you something you already have, Grandmother?
Aren't you sweet?
Spoken like a true grandson of my own.
Hey, Grandfather, what brings you here?
I thought I'd check things out around here.
I'd be glad to show you around.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Grandmother, would you like an escort to the spa?
Well, I'd be a fool to turn down an offer from such a handsome young man.
I'll see you later, my dear.
Oh, yes.
Bye-bye.
All right.
So, are you learning a lot about the hotel business?
Well, not as much as I'd like to.
Eager, huh? I like that. But it takes time, AJ.
Well, it takes time and opportunity.
That sounded a little sour to me. Must be Ned. Is he giving you a hard time?
Why does everybody expect anything different?
Because I was very hard on him. I guess he feels that he has a right. Are there any problems with your work?
No, a trained monkey could do this job.
Then stretch yourself. Take on more. Challenge yourself.
I want to. I really do.
And what's stopping you?
Well, let's just call it protocol.
Now, why don't we call it what it is? Ned.
Okay. He's holding me back.
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, Ned hired me. He's family. I didn't think I should complain.
Then you'll never get anywhere. Crawl past his roadblock. You will never get to the top if you don't fight for everything you want.
That sounds to me like you might be on my side, Grandfather.
Oh, no. At this time, I don't see any reason for taking sides. There's room for both of you. But I'll talk to Ned.
That would be great. I don't want him thinking I came running to you, though. It's just going to complicate things more.
I think I have enough experience to handle this. You just concentrate on being the best that you can be so that I'll never be sorry that I interceded for you.
Attempted murder? Assault? How can you do that when you know that Ryan is a serial killer?
I can't prove it, Felicia. I'm going to forget about his taped confession because there's absolutely no proof that he killed anyone.
But you know he did it.
Come on, Jessica. The man is still facing kidnapping charges down in Texas.
I know, but that's out of our jurisdiction. I can only deal with what he's done in Port Charles.
Is that true, Sean?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, sweetheart. I always knew our crime was at risk, but it would have worked if you'd stuck to it, Jessica.
Why did you even bother getting involved in the first place?
Because I thought Ryan would crack. And that with the three of us, I thought it wouldn't get out of line. I wasn't counting on some rank amateur haunting the hallways of the hospital, Felicia.
Oh, please. You burst into the attic, threatened to arrest me. You gave me no choice, Jessica.
There's no sense in rehashing this right now, okay? We're left with what we have, and at least we stopped Ryan from killing other women.
Yeah, but for how long? All right, look, let's say that you shoot holes through his insanity plea. If you get a conviction for attempted murder and assault, how many years is he facing in prison?
The maximum sentence for attempted murder is 25 years. For assault, it's 7.
That's all?
What if they run both sentences concurrently, and he gets time off for good behavior?
He could be out in as little as 8 years.
I was hoping I'd run into you.
Oh, then I'm going to go the other direction.
No, can you go all the way to Montreal?
Wait a minute. You mean the Perfume Expo?
That's what I love about you. I never have to get into these long, detailed explanations. He just gets it.
No, yeah, well, I got a little news flash for you, all right? You're supposed to cover that.
I was. But some important business came up in the Bahamas, and, well, I'd, God forbid, ask Lucy to go, but she's not here.
Listen, I don't know anything about the PR business. Come on.
Hey. What? Me?
Well, yeah, why not? You've been wanting to get back into the whole game.
Yeah, you have had experience, right?
Well, yes, but I don't know the first thing about perfume.
Well, you wear it, which is more than what I do.
I could get you up to speed on deception in no time.
Yeah, listen, you know what it is? You have to just talk about aromas and essences and, you know, that kind of
stuff.
I am flattered that you would even think of me, really. But, you know, I'm really kind of anxious to get back to New York and get a permanent job.
Listen, we will get you back to New York before any job interviews in Montreal. It's a great city. Free airfare.
All right, even more importantly than that, Catherine, you'd really be helping us out of a bind. You know the field. You could learn about product.
Well, you two have done so much for me. I mean, you paid off my husband's debts. You probably saved my life. How could I possibly say no?
You're not getting discouraged, are you?
Try not to.
Look, that video game is somewhere in this town, Jagger, and we are going to find it, and we're not going to stop until we do.
You want to go out there again tonight?
Try and stop me.
Hi.
Hi.
Excuse me. Gorgeous flowers. Where'd they come from?
I don't know, but they're for you, Carrie.
What'd you call me?
Take a look at it yourself. Go ahead.
They really are beautiful. They're expensive, too, I can tell. Who are they from?
No one.
Whoa. No one like the Invisible Man?
Like no one you know, just a friend.
A friend. I wish I had a friend like that.
Well, don't hold your breath where the friendship isn't something you know much about.
You know what? Karen, it's really pretty out today. Jagger and I had a fun day together, so I'm just going to ignore that little remark. Look, I'm happy for you. I mean, I'm glad that your friend, Sonny, finally found a way to melt the ice princess.
You read my card.
I read Carrie's card.
How dare you?
What?
How low wouldn't you go, Brenda?
Oh, Karen, look, excuse me. I thought maybe the flower shop made a mistake. Okay? Nobody here knows a Carrie, Karen.
You don't care at all about privacy or people's feelings, do you?
Of course I do. That's why I'm happy for you. What are you so upset about? I mean, shouldn't you have that rosy glow that people have?
Shut up! You don't know what you're talking about.
Karen, come on. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out what you were great last night means.
Princess, ignore him. Don't even look at him.
Look, giving him exactly what he wants, all right? If you get nervous, just squeeze my hand.
Are you sure you can take it?
I'm looking forward to it.
Miss Holmes, I see you list Miss Jones as your next witness.
Yes, that's correct.
Before you call Miss Jones to the stand, I'd like her and both counsels to approach the bench.
Let's get right to it. Did you instruct your witness that there is to be no mention in this trial of any murders allegedly committed by Dr. Chamberlain?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Good, because he's being tried on assault and attempted murder charges only. I will not allow any other allegations to sway the jury against the defendant. Am I clear?
Quite clear, Your Honor.
Let's proceed with the facts of this case.
The facts? How can we? The facts are that Ryan Chamberlain admitted to killing all those women, and I got it on tape. Those are the facts.
Consider this a warning, Miss Jones, a final warning. If you try to interject this line of testimony on the stand, I'll call a mistrial and find you in contempt. Do you understand me?
Yes, I understand. No disrespect. That man is getting away with murder.
Miss Holmes, I urge you to take a moment and reinforce my point with the witness. This court will be recessed for 10 minutes.
All right.
Hey, Smile, good mood. What's up with you?
Let's see. My career, my prospect, everything.
Prospects, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, let me think. Let me guess. Jagger?
You know, Jason, there's just no mystery between us
I
anymore.
guess there isn't. What, so you think he's finally moving past Karen, huh?
Yeah. With Karen's help.
What does that mean?
It means that Karen is acting so weird lately, don't you think? I mean, not that I'm complaining. It's working for me.
No, now that you mention it. I mean, Karen has been acting kind of strange lately. I don't know what it is, but I was noticing it earlier. Something really seems different about her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut these vegetables up for lunch, okay?
Fine. Take care of the counter.
Jagger. Look, I know that things aren't great between us right now, but I thought we were going to try and work together.
I thought that's what we're doing.
If there's a problem...
There's no problem. Everything is fine. Just leave it alone.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name for the record.
Felicia Jones.
Please be seated.
Miss Jones, I'd like you to tell the court what happened the night of May 27th, beginning with Dr. Chamberlain finding you in the morgue.
Well, he was chasing me, and I wanted to hide from him, so I ran into the morgue. I jumped up on one of the gurneys, and I threw a sheet over my head, hoping that he would think it was
a dead body.
But Dr. Chamberlain quickly discovered your hiding place, didn't
Yes, I had a cut on my arm and it was bleeding, and it bled through to the sheet, and he saw that.
he? What did he do then?
He went over to the door, and he locked it so I couldn't get out.
And then what?
And then he came over to me and he pulled off the sheet. And he said that I betrayed him so that he was going to kill me for real. And then he started to strangle me.
What happened next?
I fought him as hard as I could. Hit him. And he stumbled back. And then he grabbed one of those knives that they use in autopsies, and he came after me with it.
Would you like to stop for a while?
No. I want to go on. A friend of mine, Max Scorpio, came into the room. And then Ryan went after him with a knife, and they started to fight. And then Mac was down on the ground, and then Ryan came after me again.
Did Max Scorpio stop him?
Yeah, he did. He came after him again, and they started to fight again. But then Ryan broke free, and he ran out, and we didn't see him anymore.
One final question, Miss Jones. When you were locked in the morgue with Ryan Chamberlain, did you fear for your life?
Of course I did. I knew Ryan had every intention of killing me.
So, Grandfather, what brings you here? Norm, 2 cups of coffee, please. Yes, sir.
Your grandmother, she needed a ride to the spa. And I thought I'd go over the books while I was here.
The books?
Well, yeah. The hotel does come under the ELQ corporate umbrella, remember? Not worried, I hope.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm running a tight ship here. Profits are up, and they'll triple when we secure this Palmera Hotel in the Bahamas.
Oh, when's that going to happen?
Well, I'm leaving tomorrow to put in a bid.
Alone?
Julia's coming.
Julia Barrett. She's a smart woman. Good head for business.
She's the best.
She got it from her father.
A genetic predisposition toward business. I suppose that's possible.
You're the perfect example, aren't you?
Yes, I guess I am.
You know, it's funny, though, how this inclination has a tendency to skip over some people. You take Alan, for example. He couldn't have been less interested in ELQ. And Jason the same. Oh, but Tracy. It's a shame about your mother. If she hadn't spent her entire life being ruled by her emotions, oh, she'd have made a hell of a CEO.
Well, now you have me.
Yes, indeed. And AJ.
AJ.
I want you to take him to the Bahamas with you. You know, show him the ropes.
Grandfather, AJ is young. This Palmera deal is a delicate situation, and I would hate to have him make a rookie mistake and cost us this deal.
I remember when you were a rookie, Ned. I stopped counting your mistakes. That's how you learned. That's how I learned. And AJ will do it the same way.
Yes, of course. I'll be happy to take him to the Bahamas.
Good. Here's your grandmother.
Grandmother, don't you look lovely?
Thank you, dear, thank you.
The prettiest woman in Port Charles. Always has been.
I see I'm interrupting something.
Now, why do you say that?
Whenever my husband starts that prettiest woman in Port Charles malarkey, I know something's up.
Oh, Lila, that's not true.
Oh, yes, it is, Edward.
Why don't I leave you two to thrash this out? Besides, I have some travel plans to change.
Bye, love.
Bye-bye.
Good. Well, I'm waiting.
Waiting for what?
I want to know what that was all about.
I'm crazy about you, Lila. Nothing gets past you. Well, all right. I've got a feeling that Ned wants ELQ all to himself. I'm sure he's not above squeezing his cousins out of the picture altogether.
I don't like the sound of that, Edward. Oh, it won't affect Jason, of course, because he wants to be a doctor. But A.J. seems determined to make his mark on the family's business.
Don't worry about A.J. at this point, Lila. I'm aware that he has some problems. Oh, but he's a Quartermain through and through. He'll give Ned a run for his money soon enough.
Do you remember all the heartaches that happened when Tracy tried to take control of ELQ away from Ned? These in-family quarrels usually work against the best interests of the family.
They won't this time. Competition will be good for both of them. And things have been a little too cushy around here, anyway.
Did I sound convincing enough? Totally. I could see the fear that you must have felt that night.
I was so nervous. And I kept looking out at Ryan when he was looking back at me. He was so creepy.
I think you were a very credible witness, Felicia.
You think so?
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen people on the witness stand before, and I can tell when they're lying out their teeth, and you were very believable.
Yes, sweetheart, I know it's rather frustrating for you not to tell everything we know about Ryan, but I thought you were very credible.
Don't you think there's anything we can do to get that testimony?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, good. I didn't think I was going to make it back in time.
Lunch is almost over. What'd you find out?
Exactly what you wanted.
You found a bank account? He has one?
Opened under the name one Michael Cates.
That's incredible.
And I got a mailing address where the statements were being sent.
That's great. How'd you do it?
I'm not giving away my trade secrets. But that's the good news. There's some bad news. I went to the mailing address. It turned out to be a post office box that you can rent by the month.
And?
And it was just canceled.
Just canceled.
Today. So I went back to the bank to see if there was a forwarding address to see where the statements were being sent. The account was just canceled.
Well, that's too bad. You're so close.
Oh, we're closer than you think. The people at the bank and the post office box rental place recognized Jagger's brother from the photograph.
Well, good. Well, we know he's out there. We'll find him.
Now, we're going to find him, but right now you got to concentrate on this trial.
I don't know if I want to. I'm going to be cross-examined by Ryan's lawyer next.
You'll be fine.
Say that again.
You'll be fine.
One more time.
Court is reconvening.
Sean, I need to speak with you privately
No,
for a moment.
thank you.
Sean, it's very important. Please.
Well, I don't want to listen to anything you have to say except your cross-examination of Ryan. That I'll listen to very carefully.
Is everything okay, honey?
Yeah, fine. Everything's fine.
I just want to remind you, too, that it's Lucas's birthday party tomorrow. Of course I remembered. You're still planning on coming, aren't you?
Sure, it's not going to be too much of a strain on you.
No, not at all. I'm fine. In fact, we'll be there. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Felicia Jones to the stand.
Miss Jones, I remind you that you are still under oath.
Yes, I understand.
Miss Jones, do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
Would you tell the court exactly what it is, please?
It's my obituary.
Yes, indeed, a glowing tribute to you and the life that you led. Your Honor, I submit this as Defense Exhibit A. Now, tell me, Miss Jones, isn't it customary to have a funeral after a death?
Yes.
I'm sorry, would you speak up so the entire court can hear you, please?
I said yes.
Yes. Now, that's what I understood, too. Did you have a funeral?
Yes.
And did you have a burial after the funeral?
Yes.
But you aren't dead, are you?
No.
Well, forgive me. I mean, this sounds like a silly question, but I do have to ask it. Were you ever dead?
No.
Yet we have this obituary stating that you, in fact, died. Did Ryan Chamberlain think that you were dead?
Guess so.
I'm sorry?
I suppose he did.
Ah. So you weren't dead, yet you went to General Hospital with the intention of frightening Dr. Chamberlain, who thought that you were dead. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, now, wouldn't you think that it's possible that someone might behave very irrationally after suddenly coming face to face with the ghost of a loved one they thought was dead?
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is asking for conjecture and hypothesis.
Your Honor, I'm merely interested in this lady's opinion on the matter. It's relevant to my case.
I'll allow it. Please answer the question, Miss Jones.
I'm happy to restate. Do you think that a person would act irrationally after seeing a loved one they thought was dead?
Yes. I imagine that it's possible.
So do I. No further questions, Your Honor.
Miss Jones, for you to go to such great lengths in staging your own death, your own funeral, your own burial, you must have had a very good reason. Could you please tell the court why you pretended to be dead?
Yes, I'd be happy to. I was afraid for my life because I happened to...
You will not answer that question for reasons that you and counsel are very well aware of. Stay off that road, Counselor.
No further questions.
You may step down.
I really got the idea from my mom and dad from booking the bridal suite on a weekday.
I think it's a great idea.
Thanks.
Really, it's a great idea.
Great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, AJ came up with a plan. To offer special rates for midweek getaways. I think it's really fun. Like, why wait till the weekend to get away when you can escape today? That kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think people are going to love it, and it might actually become a regular thing with some couples. We can throw in a free bottle of champagne.
Oh.
Really? So Cuz here has become like the wunderkind of the hotel business? Is that it?
No, Ned, it's just an idea. You don't have to use it if you don't want to.
Oh, AJ, thank you for your permission.
Ned, I didn't mean it that way.
Just listen to me, all right? Don't start thinking that you have all the answers or that you have a lock on this business, because that could be a fatal mistake.
I'm just trying to make a contribution here. I'm well aware of how much I have to learn.
Mm-hmm. Well, today must be your lucky day.
Not so far.
Our omnipotent grandfather has decided that, well, he wants you to come to the Bahamas with us.
That's wonderful. He can check out the back of the house operations.
I agreed to do it. But I want you to know something, that if you get in the way or get out of line, you're on the next plane back. Do you understand me?
I understand, and I appreciate the opportunity. You're not going to regret it.
Don't leave yourself open with a remark like that.
Well, I got to get back to the desk. Listen, I appreciate the help.
Okay.
Ned.
Well, I got to get going, too.
Ned. I think he's right. I really think you're not going to regret giving him this chance.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a choice.
I don't believe that for a second.
Look, my grandfather wanted me to show him the ropes, so I'll show him. But personally, I think it's only a matter of time before he hangs himself with it. Right this way.
Hello, Ned.
Hello.
Scott?
Hi, Julia. The keys to the house in the Bahamas.
You know, Dominique wanted me to use this house to get a real life. Get away from business for a change. You think it's wrong for me to use it for the first time to go to a hotel by?
No. After you finish your business, take a couple days and it'll be okay.
You're right. And I will.
And don't worry about Catherine. She's going to be real good in Montreal.
No, I know. I know. She catches on to everything so quickly.
Yeah, she does. She's got a lot of ideas that she was telling me about, and I'm glad she came to town.
Me too.
We're all the best of friends. They're still trying to get me to stay in Port Charles. No, there's no way I could have said no to the Montreal trip without seeming terribly ungrateful. No. They wouldn't ask me to go on that trip if they didn't trust me. And the more they trust me, the more it helps.
I'm just afraid he's going to be able to convince the jury that Ryan's innocent.
That's not going to happen.
How'd it go in court?
Oh, don't ask.
That good, huh?
It's not as bad as she's making it sound.
Let's not talk about that anymore. We've got a new lead on Mike.
What?
Well, he had a bank account, and his statements were going to a P.O. box.
Well, that's great. Did you find an address?
Both the bank account and the P.O. box were canceled today.
Well, he felt the heat. He knows that somebody's looking for him.
Obviously, he doesn't want to be found.
What the hell has got himself into?
He's going to find him, Jagger. Don't worry about it.
What can I get you guys?
A cup of black coffee for me.
All right.
Let's see. Some chamomile tea for me, please.
How can you drink that stuff?
What?
You know, she tried to get me to drink it once. Said it would relax me.
Are you saying like?
It didn't taste like anything.
Guess it's not your cup of tea.
Are you okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
Look, Jagger, the flowers...
Hey, don't flatter yourself.
I'm not.
So what do you think I care whether you get the flowers or not?
Because you've been biting my head off all day. At least you could be civil to me.
All right. First, I don't fit. And now I have to be civil? What's next, Karen? You know, I don't give a damn about the flowers. Because I don't give a damn about you.